The story of a tiger hook. One moment of ego can destroy a lifetime of discipline. This is the story of a man who taught his son to control his mind, but lost control of his own. The mountain. His name was Alex. To his son, he was a mountain, a man of iron discipline, a father who always said, "A true tiger never loses control." He believed he had mastered his emotions. He believed nothing could shake him. But life does not test you when you are ready. It tests you when you are distracted. The moment. One busy afternoon, Alex rushed into a mall, phone pressed to his ear, mind somewhere else. He couldn't find what he needed. Time was running, stress rising. Without thinking, he walked through the wrong door. Beep, beep, beep. The alarm screamed. A security guard stepped forward, calm, professional, watching. Alex showed his empty hands, empty pockets, nothing stolen. But systems don't feel. Systems only follow rules. They took Alex into a cold, windowless office. The door closed behind him with a heavy sound. Inside, the manager and several staff members stood around him. Their eyes watched him carefully, like a pack of wolves circling prey. Suspicion filled the room like thick smoke. Alex slowly turned out his pockets. Empty. No stolen goods. No crime. Only a mistake. But the room didn't change. Then the manager slid a paper across the table. "Sign this," he said coldly. "Admit you were wrong. Accept the warning." It was a simple exit. One signature. And he could walk away. But in that moment, something dangerous woke up inside Alex. His wisdom disappeared. His ego rose like a wild, untamed beast. Humiliation burned inside him. "How can this happen to me?" he thought. "I teach my son discipline. I teach him honor. And they treat me like a thief?" The tiger inside him roared. But it was the wrong roar. Not the roar of strength. The roar of wounded pride. Alex exploded. His voice thundered through the small office. "You are wrong," he shouted. "This is a mistake." Anger poured out of him like fire, words sharp as acid. He insulted the guards. He lost control. In that moment, the disciplined father disappeared. The staff looked at each other. Their faces turned cold. If he was loud, they would be colder. Just when the tension in the room reached its peak, someone picked up the phone. "The police are coming." The atmosphere turned heavy. Alex stood there, realizing his life was about to change in a way he never expected. But before we see what happens when the police arrive, if stories like this teach you something about discipline, ego, and the tiger mindset, take 1 second right now. Subscribe to Tiger Path and share this story with someone who believes in mastering their mind. Because sometimes one story can change how we react in the most critical moment of our lives. Now, let's see what happened when the police walked into that room. They placed a piece of so-called evidence on the table. Then someone picked up the phone. The police were coming. Minutes later, officers walked into the room. No one saw Alex as a teacher anymore. No one saw him as a father. They saw only a suspect. Metal handcuffs closed around his wrists. Alex shouted desperately, "You are making a mistake. I am a father. I teach my son to become a good man. I am trying to become a good man too. Please, you are making a mistake."
I am trying to be a good father. I am a good father. You are making a mistake.
But the system had already started moving, and systems do not listen to emotions. The police car door slammed shut. Inside the patrol car, silence filled the air. Heavy, crushing, louder than all his shouting. Alex stared at his reflection in the window. He didn't regret walking through the wrong door. He regretted something worse. He had lost control of himself, and in one moment of ego, he had turned a simple mistake into a disaster. He regretted losing himself. He wasn't afraid of jail. He was afraid of one thing. What would his son think? The man who taught me discipline is called a thief? That pain cut deeper than metal bars. The dark thoughts. Days passed. Anger grew. He questioned everything. Was being good useless? Should I teach my son to fight the system instead? For a moment, he almost let bitterness raise his child. The woman of truth. But somewhere else, in that same mall, there was someone watching. Her name was Sarah. She had access to the security cameras. She replayed the footage. She heard his voice.
I am trying to be a good father.
You are making a mistake.
I am a good father.
I am trying to be a good father. She saw the truth. No theft, no crime, just ego and escalation. Sarah knew exposing this could cost her job, but she chose something greater than salary. She chose peace. She copied the evidence. She delivered it to a lawyer. Truth is a whisper, but evidence is a shout. The call. One Monday morning inside the prison. Alex, come. He stood up slowly. Your case has been reviewed. You are innocent. You're free. The door opened, but what waited outside was something he never expected. The Cub. A crowd stood there, holding signs. Alex is innocent. Good fathers matter. We believe in you. And in front, his son. Not a small cub anymore, a young tiger, standing tall, because he believed in his father, even when the world didn't. Among the crowd stood Sarah. She lost her job, but she kept her honor, and she was smiling. Justice, not revenge, after the crowd disappeared, after the cameras stopped, after the noise faded. Alex asked to speak with Sarah. They stood quietly. No crowd, no signs, just truth between them. I heard you lost your job, Alex said. Sarah nodded. I didn't lose it, she replied calmly. I traded it for peace. Those words hit him harder than prison walls. He felt something deeper than anger, responsibility. They should pay for this, Alex said. Not you, not the innocent. This wasn't about revenge. This was about accountability. The mall management, the staff who protected their ego instead of truth, the system that tried to bury a mistake with fake evidence. Someone had to answer. That night, Alex opened his phone. He searched. Best lawyer. He found a name. He made the call. He explained everything, the footage, the false accusation, the emotional damage, the lost job, the humiliation. The case moved forward, this time, calmly, this time, strategically. No shouting, no ego, only control. Months later, the result came. The mall was ordered to compensate $300,000, not because he screamed, but because he stayed disciplined. Alex called Sarah. This belongs to you as much as me, he said. We both suffered. We both stood for truth. We share it, 50-50. $150,000 each. Justice was served, not through rage, through patience. Final lesson. Alex finally understood. Anger reacts, discipline responds, ego destroys, control builds. One uncontrolled moment can cost the real lesson. That day, Alex learned something deeper than discipline. Power is not in shouting. Strength is not in anger. Control is not tested when things go right. It is tested when you are humiliated. One moment of ego can create years of pain, but one moment of control can save your entire legacy. And that day, the tiger truly learned how to master himself.
We've seen how anger reacts, but discipline responds. On this channel, we discover how to make our minds work for us, not against us. To stay on this journey towards strength and success, subscribe, and share our mission. If you choose to win, walk with us. Walk the tiger path.